Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing? We got boxing news to talk about today. Good morning. All things. How are you, sir? Nice to see you early. Half hour ago. Peace and blessings. What's up, Jose Lopez? Andy Gill. Good morning. Let's bloody go. What up, Kamal? Andy Gill, Jose Lopez, Adrian Molina, Ray Patterson, Kentrell, what's going on? Banks, the boxing fan, man. What's going on? To the beautiful Barbara Davis. Fresh Baker, what up, man? 10 to God, what up, man? DJ OC in the place to be, spinning on them ones and twos. What up with you, man? Make sure you guys go subscribe and follow at mixcloud.com, Parlor of East Wheaton, POEW, Parlor of East Wheaton, for the best mixed up music. Y'all, what do you call it? Mixes. You used to call them mixtapes back in the day. I don't know what y'all call them now, but man, some of the best DJs, man, you're gonna listen to some great music with them. Mr. Mileage, what's going on, man? Ray Davis, Justin Hawkins, Kent Christian, Lou Peterson, salute to you, sir. Terrence Bailey, man, what up, man? Passive income all day. What up? I need some of that. I need some of that passive income. Big Kev 101, what up? Enod. Richard Paris, what's up, sir? I'm getting better at trimming my beard, man. Getting better at trimming my beard. The trimming and the oil, it's making it feel very comfortable. It's making it feel very natural, this here beard that I have. What up, Makai Patterson? Justin Hawkins in the building. Jim Brown. Yeah, football is officially back, yes. And I could give a shit, quite honestly. But I'm glad you guys can. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it, that it was back on Thursday night football. Season started off with the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. I asked my wife if she wanted to watch it. She was like, nah, I only watch the Chiefs during the Super Bowl. She said, I watch the Super Bowl. That's it. We'll catch the Chiefs. We only watch the Chiefs. So then we watch Griselda. Not the biggest football fan, man. I can't lie. Can't lie. Bears fan, though. What's going on, Mr. Jackson? Is back. Yeah, oh, I know DJ on now. DJ OC, on the other hand, is a lifelong football fanatic. Not fanatic, but a football player. Football son is a football coach. Barbara D, what up, man? So look, man. They out here trying to make Shakur Stevenson look like a duck again. Can't help but notice. Can't help but notice. Can't help but notice. When William Zepeda says, hey, man, we didn't say no to the fight, they did. It appears that Eddie Hearn was the one that walked away from that fight. Shout out Jermaine McPherson. David Toussaint, what up? They say it was Eddie Hearn that walked away. And then, of course, last but not least, Ryan Garcia talks Devin Haney, but he also talks real loose about Bud Crawford.
And everybody's money. You're not entertaining, bro. You're born as come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking shit. I did, bro. Terrence Crawford really hasn't beat nobody other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash. Other than that, who Terrence Crawford has actually beat? Name one guy that he beat other than Errol Spence. That's well known.
I think the Spence one was pretty impressive.
But name another one. Sean Porter that was from Wash.
He was on his way out. He was on his way out, yeah.
Who has he beat? He hasn't beat nobody, bro. He's not gonna beat nobody, bro. Terrence Crawford is not no, he ain't like that, bro. Terrence Crawford is an overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry.
Man, that called. What did he call that man?
Bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody got a bum, bro. I'm sorry. Bum, bro. I'm sorry. For hyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody got to say it. You're overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody got to say it. You're overhyped bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now. You suck, bro. Just stop acting like you're like that. Stop stealing boxing money. You're wasting everybody's money. You're not entertaining, bro. You're boring as. Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking shit. I did, bro. Terrence Crawford really hasn't beat nobody other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash.
What say y'all, man? Y'all think Ryan can do it? Here's the link. Where you at, Chill? Hey, Chillville, I think Ryan is speaking the truth. I think Ryan Garcia can win the fight, Chillville. The Crawford slander is outrageous. Hey, man. You guys don't agree with that? But he's a lightweight but he's a lightweight telling the truth. Nah, hell no, man. He's a nah. It is funny though, man. He does. No, I disagree very much. I mean, I disagree for sure. Don't get me wrong now. Ryan is just audacious though, man.
Did, bro. Terrence Crawford really hasn't beat nobody other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash. Other than that, who Terrence Crawford has actually beat? Name one guy that he beat other than Errol Spence. That's well known.
I think the Spence one was pretty impressive.
But name another one. Sean Porter that was from Wash.
He was on his way out. He was on his way out, yeah.
Who has he beat? He hasn't beat nobody, bro. He's not gonna beat nobody, bro. Terrence Crawford is not no, he ain't like that, bro. Terrence Crawford is an overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody got to say it. You're overhyped bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now. You suck, bro. Just stop acting like you're like that. Stop stealing boxing money. You're wasting everybody's money. You're not entertaining, bro. You're boring as. Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking shit. I did, bro. Terrence Crawford.
So you see why Ryan Garcia? Fahim Sator, man. Fahim Sator said no lies detected, man. You know that's some lies. Man, do you know how crazy that would be if Ryan Garcia beat Terrence Crawford? It would almost be as crazy as him whooping Devin Haney. Man, that is hilarious, man. Crawford will smack the... Hey, man, I didn't know you talk like that, Terrence. I didn't know you talk like that, Terrence Bailey. He said Crawford will smack the dicks out out of his mouth, man. He beat up a damaged arrow. Yeah, he beat up a damaged arrow. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I mean, I think that's fair enough to say that's the safe. I think that's the safe thing to say. You know, well over a year from the fight, I think I can say that now. Yeah, Arrow looked like really, really bad, man. He looked bad. You know, so I don't know, man. I think that is a really harsh criticism of that he's a whole overhyped, but he does pick and choose though. He does pick and choose. He moves in very intelligent fashion for the purposes of his career. I do believe that though. I do. Any news on Fundora? Hold on, man. I gotta do something, man. Let me change this shit. Get rid of that. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Oh, we got to do a 10 count too. We have to do a 10 count as well. What up, Jordan Salas? How you feeling, man? Ryan Garcia is on the same level as Madrimov, but Madrimov has a better chin. That's interesting, man. How good a fighter how good a fighter really is Ryan Garcia? He has so much stuff. So much stuff goes on with him outside the ring. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, man. R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan. We got to do an R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Let me invite some people up here, man. See if somebody want to talk boxing with me this fine morning. Rest in peace, man. Say no to drugs regularly. His music hit on so many different levels. I've never listened to him. Honestly, I got to tell you, man. I'm not getting mentally attached to rappers, bro. That's tough, man. But Ryan is a cloud chaser and just trying to keep his name relevant as he serves his suspension. But at least he ain't ducking any fighters like Devin and Shakur. Nah, man, he doesn't duck, man. Nah, he doesn't duck. What's going on, Marquis? What's going on, man? Yeah, I've never listened to his music, so I wouldn't know. So it's just to me, it's just a young man that died a little too early. What's going on? What's going on, Terrence Bailey?
Hey man, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well, man. How are you?
I'm all right, man. Trying to get home off the road, man. It's been a trying week. I had to bury my dad earlier this week, and then right back to work. So,
Oh man, my condolences, man.
yeah, appreciate it. But man, what the hell is Ryan smoking?
anything that crossed his table?
Man, Terrence would smack sparks and glitter out of his ass.
Yeah, he would.
Like that was a dominating performance against Devin. But it's levels to this stuff, man. There was people talk about all the holes in Devin's game, the reason why Ryan was able to, get through with the left hand and all that kind of stuff. But while there were holes in Devin's game, there were also considerable holes in Ryan's game. And one of the things about Terrence, I think, it was Teddy Atlas pointed it out before the Spence fight. He sees really good coming up from that smaller weight class. He's used to fast, smaller, speedier, faster guys. His eyes are really, really good. He sees what's coming all time, and he's already countering before you even get your punch halfway out there. You know what I'm saying? Because he sees it. He would knock. Man, look, I tell you what, Ryan will be speaking Spanish after that fight.
Yeah, something.
Ryan doesn't speak Spanish.
Yeah, I know.
He'd be speaking in tongues after that, man. Ron would be an instant Pentecostal after Terrence got done. But BBC be smacking everything I didn't do. On the computer on everything else. He'll be that dude on factory reset for real.
Everybody, people know that, man. You know, he just out there talking. He just out there talking slick.
Yeah, but at what point do we actually sit back and say, okay, you know what, this dude is he's just talking stupid. He's looking for attention. He's saying outlandish stuff that he himself doesn't believe. When do we get to the point where when we say, well, okay, you know what, I'm not listening to this, and turn the channel instead of listening. Like he's like on some rolly stuff. You know, you're talking your way into an ass whipping, well, and a big check.
Well, the answer is probably going to be never, because there's always to that question, because that type of buffoonery and keeps people's attention. You know, so he's going to do it, man. You know, he ain't the first, he ain't the last. But I don't really take him too seriously, man, and I'm definitely not taking him seriously about Terrence Crawford being some type of hype job. So, you know, I don't think we are taking him serious. The kids around him may be taking him serious, but you know, I think everybody's just watching a train crash.
He's the boxing Kanye West.
Significantly less talented, yeah.
All right, man.
All right, man. Get back, Terrence. Hey, man, and again, man, my condolences, man. What's your father? What is your father's name?
James Groce, Groce.
James.
He was up. Groce, Groce. 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 Groce.
Groce?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, rest in peace, Mr. Groce. Rest in peace and prayers to your family.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks. Y'all have a good morning.
You as well. Ryan and T.O. numbers will go crazy. Look, man, the numbers that are going to go crazy is that Devin Haney rematch, man. What do you do when your jokes aren't hitting? Move on to the next one, homie. I mean, you know, I don't know. What do you think I should do? Cry or something? R.I.P. Mr. G and rich homie Quan. Yep. What's going on, so what's going on, son child? How you feeling this morning? Hope you're doing very, 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 very well. Jeffrey Brooks in the building, man. What's up, Jeffrey Brooks?
Hey, now what's going on?
Man, I can't complain, man. What's on your mind, man?
Man, let me tell you something about, man, Ryan Garcia, man. Crawford will beat him on steroids. Seriously. I mean, come on, man. They should throw that in the clause or something. You got to take steroids to fight. You know what I'm saying? Watch Crawford still come out and knock him out. I mean, Cheetah shouldn't have no opinion anyway. He shouldn't be able to.
Isn't that what y'all thought about Ryan and Devin?
But well, yeah. I mean, hey, like I say, it wasn't determined.
Once.
It wasn't determined. It wasn't determined to after the fight that he cheated with Devin. But I mean, no, he shouldn't. Yeah, he should. I don't even know why he even got up there and said what he said after you done got caught cheating.
Shit, Ryan gonna cheat with Ryan would cheat with Terrence too. Terrence cheat. So why can't he cheat?
Oh, right. The only thing is just not on paper. His on paper and Terrence Crawford is not on paper. So,
Nah, I don't know. I've seen his on film, man. Them gloves look kind of funny, man.
ah,
I don't know, man. I think that shit's on the record, dog. Honestly, I think them funny ass gloves is on the record, dog. I think them hand wraps is on is on the record.
oh, he put. Oh, it can't.
He's
It can't be.
stacked.
It
He's
can't
on
be.
tape, putting that tape directly on his hands, and his gloves went pop, and his gloves went like Michael Jackson. Hey, shit went pop.
Well, you know with that, you know the opposition, the opponent,
King of pop.
the opponent, the opponents get to choose. Don't the opponents get to choose the gloves before the fight with that? So
I don't know. So
yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
You think his opponent made his gloves pop?
Yeah, I think before the fight. I think no. I think
said,
before.
Give me the ones.
I think
you
before
think his opponent said, "Give me the ones that pop."
I
Give me
think
the ones
that,
that are
well,
gonna pop.
no, he picked no. The opponent picked the wrong gloves. That's what happened.
Boy, if that ain't blaming the victim, I ain't never heard it. Didn't they get a chance to say they saw it? No, we saw the gloves pop,
man. It's supposed to been had holes in them before the fight. So I don't know. He's supposed to got into the ring with holes in them already. So,
I'm just saying, man. You know.
Yeah, well,
shit happens in the world, man. Shit happens.
It passed the inspection. So if it passed the inspection, then
they made him change gloves, and then they made him change. It blew up in the back. It blew up. They blew up in the locker room.
Okay. And does it not have to go through inspect? Does the official don't inspect the gloves before the fight? Got you for that.
Bro, we know the gloves busted, dog. We know the gloves busted. No, not yet.
Yeah. It passed through 2 inspections.
No, sir. That argument works if somebody's saying that their gloves were loaded and you're trying to say, no, they weren't. They were inspected. Then you can say, no, they weren't. That's not cheating. They were inspected. But not when you literally have gloves blow up. We know those are defective gloves because we saw them blow up. There's literally shit coming out of them. So no, sir. Just like if he would have took a glove off his hand and hit him with his fist, we would have seen it. You know what I mean? What are you going to say?
Yes.
What are you going to say? They were inspecting his fist? We knew there was a fist under there.
Hold on. Once we realized the gloves head hole was busted, did they not stop the fight and did another inspection on the gloves and said continue?
Oh yeah, they did. And we'll change the gloves, and we'll change the gloves at the end of the round.
Where's the funny business with that? Who's in the funny?
That they let it, where's the funny business with the person that put the gloves on and the referee to let it go? Man, I can't.
We gonna blame the ref.
Defending his shenanigans. You out here defending some shenanigans.
Come on now. You know I'm making sense.
It was an accident, dog. Just say it was an accident, dog. Just say it was defective.
So if you was Terrence Crawford. If you was Terrence Crawford and they found that they see that your gloves was busted, they stopped. They inspected your gloves and told you to resume. You mean tell me you're going to say no? I'm not going to resume this fight, or you going to just keep on fighting? Which one you going to do?
So let me make sure I understand this. You want me to ignore? You want me to not for this purpose of your question? You don't
you put yourself in his shoes real quick.
Hold on. Let me make sure I understand. Let me repeat it and you tell me if I'm correct in what you want me to do.
Okay.
So you want me to just for a second. You have not even let me finish the sentence. You quick to say
I'm asking you.
You want me.
I'm asking you.
The question?
Okay, go ahead.
I might have said you want me to answer this question.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You want me to not talk about, for the sake of this question, you don't want me to answer, or do you want me to answer the question of whether or not I know for sure that the gloves busted and they were therefore illegal because your gloves are busted? But you want me to not talk about that. You want to talk about what I would do if my gloves busted?
Mhm.
So you don't want me to talk about the violation that we saw, which is the subject matter of what we're talking. You want me to talk about what I would do if my gloves busted.
Well, is this not a matter? If this is not a matter if Terrence Crawford was wrong or right?
Sir, no, it's just a matter. No, it is not. We know
No,
damn well.
okay.
We know damn well he thought with. It's not a matter of right or wrong. It's a matter of fact. You can call it good or bad, right or wrong, whatever.
Okay. Well, okay.
We know for a fact that them gloves
Okay.
went pow.
Yeah, we do. You're right. Well, I mean,
Okay,
we
so
talking
there
fact.
you go.
If we're not talking opinion, if we're not talking opinion, then we just speaking facts. Then the facts show that the gloves were busted. They did take a look at the gloves, and they did say continue. Yeah, we already know. We know that. I thought we'd be past that.
No, you left out a part. You left out a crucial part.
Okay.
And then he knocked the guy out with defective gloves. Put the
Yes, he did. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah. So why you leave that fact out? Why you in with the fact that they approved it and left out the fact that he knocked him out with defective gloves? That's a mighty big thing there, Mr. Brooks. What you say?
I mean, that's a fact. That is a fact. Okay, I didn't add that on at the end because that's what happened last, right? So, but we don't have no opinion. Since there's no opinion on that being voiced on that, then okay, where are we with that then? You know, I mean, if it's just
said where we are with that, back where I was, back where I started. That Negro made jump in there with defective gloves. Okay,
maybe
just like Ryan got some shady ass shit. Bud got some shady shit too. Okay, one got suspended, and one only got suspended for not notifying. He didn't even get suspended.
See now you go into an opinion now. You shady shit.
That's a fact.
Because they gave him the clean, they gave him the go ahead and keep fighting. That comes out.
Sir, I'm talking about Ryan. Ryan was not suspended for the Ostarine. So all he did is he got suspended for not telling them, not notifying them of some medication. He didn't cheat. He was not suspended for cheating Devin Haney. He was suspended for not notifying the New York State Athletic Commission.
Okay. So okay, even with that, and that's a fact. That's a fact. What you said, that's a fact. But let's look at that. Now let's look at that way.
I see you. Hold on one second. Kamal, I see you, Kamal. And I'll do that right when you get up. Go ahead, Jeff. My bad.
Why would Ryan? If Ryan know he's cheating, what he's doing is illegal, why would he notify? Why would we expect for him to notify them about what I'm taking, knowing that that's going to disqualify him beforehand?
I don't know why you continually try to do that to me. You're asking me why, since he got, why would he notify him of these? Why would he? It could have been an accident. Why can't maybe he just forgot. He could have not notified him of all of them, but he also could have just forgot. Could have been both. He could have not known. I don't think he forgot. Could have not known. Because guess
just
what?
Like everybody.
The guy that hold on. The guy that gave it to him, said it was VADA approved, but maybe they didn't. Maybe Scooter didn't give him the. Maybe they didn't actually report it to the New York State Athletic Commission. Maybe Scooter the stuff that Scooter did wasn't reported to them. Because it was during the rehydration phase right before the fight. Maybe it was just they just overlooked it. Because I don't think Ryan himself is the one that would have notified him. It'd have been his team. So it could have been an oversight on his team's part. How about you ask me that question? Could it be an oversight on his team's part?
Okay. Well, I don't know how that worked with far as what. No, I mean, well, no. Only thing I'm guess I'm gonna have to probably agree with
Doing
you
a lot
on
of
that because
stuttering
I don't
now.
know far as how that worked. Do you have to report that in? Anything you take that
Breaking up,
is
you
legal for you
breaking
to
up.
take, do you have to
Hold on,
report
you
it in?
breaking up and you stuttering.
Oh man.
Let me let
Oh,
Kamal up because that nervousness that you got
oh
trying to
man.
dig
Can you
your
hear
way
me?
out this ass whooping got you stuttering.
Oh no.
Got you moving your phone and
I'll
stuttering.
be back. I will be back and finish this conversation. No, I
Nigga
got you
get
where I
shit.
want you.
You know damn well that boy. You know damn well that boy got them funny ass gloves on his hands. You know damn he got the Snack Master. He got Snack Master Funk. That's what it is. He got that Snack Master Funk going
I'll let
on too. All right, Mr.
I'll let my
Snack Man.
phone cool. I'm gonna let my phone
All
cool
right,
down.
man.
I'm gonna let my phone
Yes,
cool
sir. Come
down.
on back.
I'm gonna let my phone cool down. I'm back on
All
here.
right, man. Negro, you need a new phone if you got to let a phone calm down. Oh, yeah, actually, you do if you leave that shit outside. What up, Kamal? Real quick, let's get to my guy. Come on, hold on 1 second, Kamal. 10 count for, please pronounce that name.
I don't know how to pronounce it. He's Nigerian. First Nigerian Olympic medalist ever. No, I guess it's Jim Maiyegun. I don't know.
First Nigerian Olympic medalist ever.
Yes, ever.
Okay, let me do the gong. Rest in peace. All right, so what's on your mind, sir?
Fanon, the man, what's up?
I'm chilling, man. I'm having a good time, man. Laughing at Ryan Garcia and clap back Thursdays with Oscar De La Hoya, man. Oscar De La Hoya is a wild boy, man.
He is. What do they say? Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yes,
and they have that meme of Oscar with his eyes all popped up. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Oscar likes that puro Colombian cocaína straight from the Cali cartel. He's got that high stuff. You know, he's got that money to spend. Hey, so Fanon, I got to take issue with you on this because I know you're rooting for Terrence Crawford, your guy, your favorite fighter, to get an undeserved cash out fight against Canelo Alvarez. And I've been consistent since this fight was mentioned that he doesn't deserve it. And I said, if he wanted to get it, go put himself in a position to take it. So, and I'm going to ask you this, what is the strategy here? Because it seems to me like based on interviews I've seen with your boy Eddie Hearns and Turkey, this guy's going to sit on his hands and knees and go home, take his ball and go home if he doesn't get the Canelo fight. So is he held up the belts hostage at 147, which I think, and I disagree with you on this, I think that people weren't ducking Gervonta. I think that the PBC was waiting for Crawford to finally relinquish those belts so they could start making these fights be real unification fights. And that held up that division.
Did you say that you disagree with me that people aren't ducking Gervonta?
No, I said that I didn't think the PBC was ducking Gervonta. I said my point was that a lot of the holdup in making these fights between Stanionis, between Barrios, and so on was waiting for those guys to be proper champions, which couldn't happen while the sanctioning bodies allow Crawford to hold those belts hostage, knowing he wasn't going to fight at welterweight again. And I said once that those situations were resolved, where he was either stripped or declared champion in recess, that's when we get a lot of these fights happening, which is exactly what I said. So I said that my point was when I was against Jerome Boots in a signing with Eddie Hearn, I said it's not that these guys are really ducking him at the moment on the PBC side. It's that they're waiting for Stanionis, for Barrios to be real champions so then they can have the proper unifications. And I said that over a year ago. And that's why I said he shouldn't sign with Eddie Hearn. It's just a matter of timing because these sanctioning bodies, other than the IBF and Daryl Peoples, who was criticized for stripping Crawford when he made the right decision. Once again, salute to Daryl Peoples, the best chairman out there. That was my point.
Definitely agree with that.
That's my point. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that, because to me, people were criticizing Daryl Peoples for stripping Crawford when he was the one who did it right. He didn't hold up the division, and these other sanctioning bodies, the WBC, WBA, WBO, let Crawford hold that division hostage, and it affected the decision-making that allowed for Jerome Boots Ennis to go sign with Eddie Hearn. And in my opinion, if he had just waited a little bit, or if the other sanctioning bodies had done the right thing and followed the IBF's lead, maybe Jerome Boots Ennis is still with Steven Espinosa and his affiliation, and we're talking about him unifying the PBC side of things. Thoughts?
That was a multifaceted statement, but at the highest level, I think that before before Cameron Duncan died, rest in peace to Cameron Duncan. I think before Cameron Duncan died, I don't think that and Showtime stop putting on fights. I don't think that the PBC was trying to block him at that point. I don't think they're trying to block him. I don't think they're going to try to block him now. The person that I think is not open to these fights is Eddie Hearn. That's what I think. I think Eddie Hearn is more inclined to have in-house fights with Jerron Ennis, and the direction he wants to take Jerron Ennis is out of the 147-pound division into the 154-pound division, where he can then have Conor Benn and other fights at 147 and have Jerron up there. I don't think that Eddie Hearn's, I know that he made offers and he had conversations about fights, but I never trust that just because Eddie Hearn has a conversation about a fight, that he actually wants the fight, because of what he did with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Like, you said you wanted it then. You were making all, but I knew it's plain as day you didn't want that fight. Never wanted that fight. Even when you talked about it. Because he had a plan, a multi-fight plan for Anthony Joshua. Jerron Ennis, I think he has the same thing. He's going to do the same thing in miniature. It's going to be a bunch of fighters that are signed to Eddie Hearn, or Eddie Hearn has good relationships with the promoter that actually promotes them. And Jerron Ennis is going to have a lot of conversations about fights, but he's going to wind up fighting a line of matchroom fighters, or again, somebody like a welterweight version of the relationship that Joseph Parker has with Matchroom. I don't think he's actually signed to Eddie Hearn, but the relationship between his New Zealand promoter and Eddie Hearn is just very comfy. So he's always on the cards, right? So that's what I think is going to happen. I think that I don't really believe that I still believe Matchroom in essence is a European promotional company. They put some cards on in the United States, but if you look at the majority of the people that fight on the cards and the people that and the majority of the people in the organization, it's in the UK. So that's what I think is going to go on with them relative to the PBC. But now if Jerron, if Showtime hadn't gone out of business and there wasn't that time frame between Showtime and Amazon and when they're going to put fights on and the cards being slow this year, I hope that that's one of the considerations that Jerron had when he decided to go to Matchroom, was because of the apparent instability or uncertainty with the PBC, the fight dates, and the network that they were going to be on at the time. So, I like to think positively about Jerron Ennis and Bozy Ennis, because I do believe that they want to fight these guys. I'm just not particularly I just know the modus operandi of Eddie Hearn. And you look at these fights, Kamal, and what is happening, like with William Zepeda and Shakur. Now, Shakur's team, Matchroom, said, they got this planned, that something happened with William Zepeda, I think, William Zepeda had something related to his family, but then William Zepeda then turned around anyway and still had a fight in November. William Zepeda's team said that they were willing, that they thought that they were fighting Shakur, that they were in a negotiation to fight Shakur in November, but it was Eddie Hearn and those guys that said that they were going to do something else. That it wasn't Golden Boy that said no, it was Eddie that said no and scheduled a fight, and they just found out that he was going to move on and fight Joe Cordina. And what is that? That's, we're going to fight Joe Cordina, somebody that's basically an in-house fight for Matchroom. Or are we going to go give money to Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree with you. And that's why I'm saying I don't blame Boots. I know he really wants to fight. I just think that he and Bozy lacked a little patience whenever they jumped to sign with Matchroom and I don't think PBC's blocking fights. I never thought, Cody Crowley would have been a great win for Boots. I was hoping that fight happened. And PBC wasn't blocking that fight, but I just think that there's so much hatred towards Al Heyman and the PBC and anybody associated with him that people weren't really analyzing this Boots situation and Boots signing with Eddie Hearn properly. I think that this other sanctioning bodies other than the IBF allowed Crawford to retard the division, and when I say retard, I mean slow down the division, arrested.
That's what that means.
Yeah, they let him do that.
Hey, hold on 1 second, Kamal. Okay. I'm sorry, I can't resist. Okay. King, notice how he used the word retard the division. And he's like, let me explain what I mean by that. Because he used the word in a slightly different way, but then it was an accurate usage of it because it was to slow down. See, it's not just you, bro. People that care about understanding each other use specific words. Go ahead, Kamal. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't break your flow.
No, you didn't. It's your show, man. I'm here at the behest of you, man. So you make the decisions. Thank you thank you for the praise, because I did use that in a non-traditional way, but actually by definition, that's what it is.
Very precisely.
Exactly.
Very precise usage.
Exactly. And so my thing is this. My thing is that Daryl Peoples was the only one who showed initiative, which allowed Boots to become champion. The Bud Buddies knew that he was never going to fight. Crawford was never going to offer Boots a fight. And so they hated on Boots and tried to label him an email champion, despite the fact that he wanted to fight the guy. Okay. But then the other sanctioning bodies, and we now know about Turkey's very close relationship with the WBA and Gilberto Mendoza, they allowed Crawford to sit on titles knowing that the guy was inactive. He was not doing anything in the division. And then that, as you mentioned, combined with the uncertainty with Showtime, I think contributed to the decision-making of Gervonta and Bozy to go ahead and sign with Matchroom rather than having the full perspective and say, hey, let's wait a second. Let's wait for Crawford to be either stripped or stop holding up the division. And then we'll at least get 2 more title fights and we could be the man over on the PBC side. And we already know that the WBO is a top-ranked belt. If they don't have a top-ranked fighter for it, fighting for it, they'll create a top-ranked fighter for it. So that's my thing.
Or put it on loan to Golden Boy.
Yeah. Yeah. So we know that. So I think you and I are closely aligned on that. I'm not blaming Boots. I'm just saying that I wish that he and Bozy had just been patient, because I think right now they're kind of looking like a 2024 version of Boo Boo Andrade, where Andrade is he is, in this case, he has access to fights in one way or another, and then he leaves the situation with PBC, because remember, he was on that PBC card against Willie Nelson, and PBC was giving an opportunity. Then he jumped to Matchroom, and he can't get any big fights. So I'm thinking that Gervonta, you sign with Eddie Hearn for more activity, more money, but again, because of Crawford holding up the division, these things didn't get their full view to play out if you didn't take the proper perspective. I think you and I are aligned on that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and then last thing here I got, Fanon. What is the plan here with Crawford? Is he just going to take his ball and go home if he doesn't get the Canelo fight? The guy is a diva without a following. If you've ever heard of the movie Rebel Without a Cause, that's Terrence Crawford. So to me, I guess because of the really cozy relationship the WBA now has with Turkey, he can hold that belt hostage, even if Jermell Charlo says, hey, I'm super champ, I want that belt back. And he's just going to sit on the sidelines and force other people to vacate. and wait for an undeserved payday with Canelo? Is that the plan here? I mean, what are we talking about? Want to get your thoughts on that with that amount?
All right, man. My thoughts on that is that, yeah, man, he's just holding shit up. He is. Definitely at 147, he just held that stuff up. And I thought the IBF was on point by stripping him early. They stripped him quick. Like, look, man, nah, we know you're not defending this, man. Get us up. Get up, dog. You know you're not, see, that's the definition of doing something, interpreting rules for the good of boxing. Terrence Crawford, everybody named Mama knows Terrence Crawford was not fighting at 147 again, and they kept them belts up in the air for over a year. Over a year. And you didn't hear any squawking from the usual suspects about, like, oh my God, how long is it going to be? How long is it going to be before Jermell Charlo defends his title? It's 14 months since he defended his title. Win. Meanwhile, Terrence Crawford held the WBA, the IBF, and the WBC titles at 147 for over a year and never defended them. The WBA and the WBC. The IBF, he got stripped. So the WBA, though, and the WBC, he didn't defend either one of them at all. They could have taken those things right away, like he did in 140. When he was with Bob Arum, he gave the belts up. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, when Terrence Crawford was with Bob Arum at 140, he dropped the IBF first. Then after that, in short order, he dropped the rest. He moved up and he got a championship fight when he was with Bob Arum. But when it was him, he held the belts for a year. Now, why would that be? Because Bob Arum has other fighters that want fight dates for those belts. So Bud gave the belts up fast. So Bob Arum could have the belts and other fighters could have fights. When he wasn't with Bob Arum, what did he do? He held the belts up. He held that shit up, that shit hostage for a minute. And then you got to think, even before, if he would have, man, and then you include the amount of time for the Errol Spence negotiation. Those belts had not been defended before that for over a year. So you got one title defense for two of those belts in what is 2 years. 2 years. One title defense I do believe, for the WBA. That title has had one title defense in the last 2 years. And they could have had one if Bud would have dropped it. But the media doesn't say anything about that. But they say something about Jermell Charlo doing it. Right? Isn't it the same situation? But they don't say anything about that. You've literally had Jaron Ennis. You've had Jaron Ennis, Keith Thurman. How many mandatories have you had for those? Waiting for Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. I see you, Phoenix. What's going on? Kevin Johnson says, salute, Fanon. I listened to a podcast named Fight Night. I think you would find it interesting. It's about $1 million heist that took place on the same night as Ali's 1970 comeback in Atlanta. Oh, that's dope. All right, Kevin Johnson, I'll check that out. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's double standards as far as the promoters, but they didn't say anything. Nobody said anything about that for Terrence Crawford. And thank you for the support on the channel. Thank you for real. We've had 3 supporters today. Thank you for the $2 holla. Thank you for the $2 holla, and thank you for the $10 holler. Appreciate y'all much. That is how we're able to continue to do the show. And I know y'all are here every day, so thank y'all very much. Hit the like button if you can't, or second best option to everything, is click the link and chop it up with me like Phoenix the Assassin did. What up, man? Phoenix, you there? You're not on. I'm saying what's up, and you ain't even on. Hold on. What up, Phoenix? Sorry, I thought I
All
hit
right,
the
there you
button.
go. That's all good. It's all good. But yeah, man, like I think Shakur is starting to be like Terrence a little bit. You notice how Zepeda was left hanging, kind of like Spence was left hanging when Bud picked Avenesian.
Yeah.
See, so Shakur really following in the footsteps of his mentors, of the people he look up to. You seen that they had Bud in there holding the mitts for him in the ring. So yeah, maybe this relationship extend beyond that. So he telling them, hey, don't take these fights, go ahead and make them wait. But like we was talking the other day, you let that marinate too long, and you might run into some problems when the plan gets derailed by a poor performance. So right now, Shakur better hope that this don't backfire on him, because since Zepeda's team came out and said that, now it's like, okay, is the fight even going to happen at all? I know they're talking about they're going to do it in February. So now it seems like that was just Shakur's team or Shakur himself, because he's the one who said it on Twitter. That was just him, blowing smoke out there, spreading lies and misinformation. So there's a little bit of Devin Haney in that too. There's making up stuff about other fighters. So that's a bad look for him. He got both Devin and Bud. He's combining what they was doing. So right now, as I've said before, I think Shakur right now, this is his biggest fight. Not as far as money or anything, but this is the fight I think will determine the trajectory of the rest of his career. Because with the way the things stand right now, we've seen what happened with Devin. We've seen what happened with other fighters whenever they received a certain level of hype based on who people thought they could beat rather than for their skill sets, right? And with the way that things have gone for Shakur in his last two fights, his first title fight at 135 with De Los Santos, first defense with Howard Tunya, and now we're coming up to a second defense here with Cordina. And we see what the public perception was of how those two fights with De Los Santos and Hortunian went. So when you keep that in mind, and then we also keep in mind the fact that they're saying, hey, this is the guy most likely to beat Tank, who is, considered the best in that division right now. We have to ask ourselves, like, if Shakur doesn't go out and perform in a way that's drastically different, it doesn't mean you need to, get a knockout. But me personally, I feel if he don't get a knockout or at least a knockdown, that's even worse for him. That's how I personally feel for it, just because of the type of opponent Cordina is. This is literally the type of, hey, tailor made for you to go out and do your thing and get this guy out of there type fight. Like I don't think I've ever seen a fight more like that since Kell Brook fought Golovkin. After going up two weight classes to do it, because everybody knew Kell Brook was about to get slaughtered in that. It would be the same as if we said Rigondeaux was supposed to move up to 140 or something and fight Ryan Garcia. We know that little man ain't about to be able to do that. Like, this is one of those fights where it's like you got a guy that got finished, knocked out, and people say he couldn't recover from someone with a 33% KO rate. Have him moving up after taking that KO loss to fight a reigning champion. And we also know this guy got a low knockout percentage too. So we look at how Shakur said he was worried about Haratunian's power and De Los Santos. And the Haratunian one was the one that confused me the most, because he got like a 67% knockout rate. So like, you're worried about those two guys' power, and the perception is you're not a power puncher. What type of opponent can we get for you that can go ahead and erase all that doubt? Enter Joe Cordina. So when you look at those things and the way that the landscape is as far as fights that the public is demanding, and promoters are in a situation where a lot of them are coming out and saying, "Hey, we've been losing money on these guys. We don't want to lose money anymore. We're not people losing purse bids, not putting up as much money as people are expecting, and people are surprised. It's like, well, look at the promotional companies having trouble with that. It's not the PBC that's having trouble and having to, deal with these purse bids or, talking about losing money on fights. It's everybody else. So when we look at that and we look at Shakur's situation, we look at the connection with Tank, we look at public perception of his last two fights. Right now is a time where if he don't come out and look fucking spectacular, sorry for the cussing, but if he don't look spectacular here against Joe Cordina, that's something that's going to hurt his stock. That's something that's going to make people less likely to want to put up money for his fights. And that's something where, he might end up doing this free agency thing for a good long while and realize it ain't all it's cracked up to be. Because even right now, the deal with Eddie Hearn is just for 2 fights. So who knows how Eddie Hearn's going to feel after that? Because when we've seen what he said about, fighters being loyal to him whenever the whole situation with Devin unfolded. And if this is just for 2 fights with Shakur decide he don't want to stick around, then it's like, okay, what's his next move then? Does he go back to Bob? Would he be willing to do that? Does he go ahead and go over to the PBC? Does he make some wild move and decide to, jump across and go to Frank Warren with Queensberry? Like, who knows what he's going to do? Or maybe he get with Adrian Broner and Don King. I don't know. But like right now, like Shakur got a lot of pressure on him. And people might not think it's like a big fight, money, like as far as money goes or legacy, but it's a big fight as far as where does his career go, depending on how good he does or doesn't do against Joe Cordina for those things that I mentioned. So that's the thing that I've been thinking ever since Zepeda's team came out and revealed what happened. And yeah, it's kind of concerning for him.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, definitely a bad look. I think I'm telling you, man, I don't trust Eddie Hearn with that stuff. I think
neither.
to answer this question. But hey, thanks. Hey, thanks. I appreciate you, Phoenix. Thank you, brother. Have a great day. I'm not gonna thank you, man.
Yeah.
Peace. Yeah. Sorry, I do that sometimes. I'll hold somebody hostage. Hey, Andre Noble said, but Bud held it up to be petty. Yeah. He just didn't care, man. Thoughtless, really. Kamal Oz said, thoughts on Eddie Hearns. Eddie Hearns. Man, he did not like being called Hearns. Dog Tommy Hearns, bro. Your name is too close to Tommy Hearns. You will ever be Hearns. So Eddie Hearns blaming Turkey for the monstrosity that is Joe Coronavirus getting a title shot against Shakur, shifting the blame. Well, I got to tell you, man, I think how would Turkey Al-Sheikh know who Joe Cordina was if there was not Eddie Hearn putting him on a card, man? Nah, man, I think Eddie Hearn convinced him to put Joe Cordina in there. He may have soft pedaled it, like made Turkey Al-Sheikh think it was Turkey Al-Sheikh's, make Turkey Al-Sheikh think that it's Turkey Al-Sheikh's decision. You know how you do egomaniacs? You got to make it their idea. You can't give them an idea. You got to make it their idea because they're control freaks, egomaniac control freaks. So that's what I think Eddie did. And Eddie's manipulative, potato. What I don't know, them stupid ass phrases some of them UK dudes be doing. He's a stupid ass potato chip. Where did that come from? No, seriously, man, that's what I think. I blame Eddie. No joke. I blame Eddie, bro. I blame Eddie. Flat out Eddie. Eddie's the Eddie. Because it always happens around Eddie. Look. It's Eddie. This shit happens around Eddie all the time. Eddie is not feeding up no more Kell Brooks. Okay? I have not seen Eddie Hearn take no real chance at anybody. Any real chance that he was not absolutely forced to take since Kell Brook forced him to fight Errol Spence. And he ruined Errol Spence forever. And Errol Spence ruined Kell Brook forever. They call him Fast Eddie Spaghetti. Yeah, dog. So yeah, man, that's what I thought. That's my thought on it. Shakur is, I can't believe that dude said that though, man. I'm still bugging on Brian Garcia saying that, man. I'm still.
Porter that was from Wash.
He was on his way out. He's on his way out, yeah.
Who has he beat? He hasn't beat nobody, bro. He's not gonna beat nobody, bro. Terrence Crawford is not no, he ain't like that, bro. Terrence Crawford is an overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody got to say it. You're an overhyped bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now. You suck, bro. Just stop acting like you're like that. Stop stealing boxing money. You're wasting every.
Man, I swear, bro, I'm gonna keep that one forever, bro. Yeah, that's some shit a UK dude would call. They call you a potato chip or something. They call you chippy. Something just out there, bro. Hey, oh yeah, there's more people in here. We play it again, bro. Look, man, the UK bees be saying any old crazy shit, dog. Chicken and drumsticks. What the fuck? Where did you get this random ass phrase from? Oh, that's some cockney. All right, here, let's do it again.
Bro, Terrence Crawford really hasn't beat nobody other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash. Other than that, who Terrence Crawford has actually beat? Name one guy that he beat other than Errol Spence. That's well known.
I think the Spence one was pretty impressive.
But name another one. Sean Porter that was from Wash.
He was on his way out. He was on his way out, yeah.
Who has he beat? He hasn't beat nobody, bro. He's not gonna beat nobody, bro. Terrence Crawford is not no, he ain't like that, bro. Terrence Crawford is an overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody got to say it. You're an overhyped bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now. You suck, bro. Just stop acting like you're like that. Stop stealing boxing money. You're wasting everybody's money. You're not entertaining, bro. You're born as.
That boy crazy. David Lynch, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Fanon?
Chilling.
Hey, the word is wanker. Fast Eddie is a wanker. He's a wanker.
Oh, a wanker. Oh.
That's what they be calling him, a wanker.
A wanker.
Man, like Jake said,
Yo,
you're a toss
pot.
Man.
Oh no, here's another one. You're a toss pot. A toss pot. A toss pot. A toss pot. You're a toss pot. Bloody toss pot. Bloody toss pot. Bloody toss pot. What?
And they, oh man, and they put bloody on the beginning of everything. Bloody. Yeah, bloody wanker.
Yeah. So what's on your mind with the boxing, though, man? So it was on your mind.
Hey, man. Garcia just be saying anything. He's just trying to set up some fights for when he come back. That's all. He's trying to make sure he stay relevant.
Hey, hold on. You can't smoke on camera, bro.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Oh, that's a cigar. That's a cigar. I'm out in the parking lot, man.
Yeah, they won't know the difference.
Yeah, you know. All right. But yeah, he just trying to set up something. He trying to make sure he stay relevant. Unlike Devin Haney, take a sabbatical now, trying to get back in and still catch a fly. So he just trying to stay relevant. Bud is. Yeah, he is pound for pound number one. I still got him, Canelo, and Tank. 1, 2, 3. Usyk, for the heavyweights, number 4. Number 5, that's debatable. You got you could put Shakur there, but he got to work on his distance, and he got to be willing to take some to give some. You know, once he moved up, he realized these cats hit a whole lot heavier than they did when he is at 130 or 126. So, and he know he's not ready for Tank. That's why he working in the gym with Bud now, trying to get him to keep his distance closer rather than too far back, because he hops too far back. You know what I mean? He'll do like a 1-2, then drop all the way back. You know what I mean? And that gives the impression of him being afraid to engage. So that's what his big problem is. But at the same time, I think he got a glass jaw. I think see somebody hit him just right, he gonna shatter in that ring. He gonna shatter. Devin's job was something, keeping that right hand down every time he threw that bow and arrow jab. Oh man. But yeah, that's what their problem is. That's what his problem is. But man, what Fed said he did to Boots was the suck. Every American boxer that deal with him go through that. Look how they played Deontay Wilder out. You know, tell the truth, he should have took another year off, because those ear shots to the equilibrium, I know it. That's what took him. That's what messed Deontay Wilder up. A big man like Fury hitting him upside the.
Hey, we on like our topic, bro. You were moved way over to England, bro.
Yeah. I saw. I heard me talking about Fast Steady. That's the reason why, you know what I mean, I spoke on that. But you know, I'm waiting to see who the next fight gonna be for Tank, and that's the next fight of the year that I'm looking forward to. You know, that's the only fight I'm looking forward to. I've been trying to
All right, man. I gotta move, bro. Gotta move, bro.
All right, man.
You're just kind of going through it now, bro. We're not on any topic. You know what I mean? You kind of just letting it go, bro. So let me get back with you, man. Come back and you come talk about something specific, brother. All right, man.
All right, no problem. One love.
Yes, sir. For sure. Bud is a diva and a rebel without a cause, man. That is hilarious. I'm not trying to hate on Bud, man. I don't want to be part of this Bud hate, dog. Phoenix Sad said, working with Bud can't help Shakur. He can't train heart, mental fortitude, confidence, and killer instinct. You got it or you don't. Killer Kerr is a myth. Come on, man. Hey, he isn't the only. What are you talking about? Hey, I'm sorry. I jumped off that too quick. Shifting the. Oh no, that was the last super. Who was it? Man, Phoenix and Kamal holding down the channel today, man. Thank you, man. Killer Kerr is a myth. Well, he's in his third weight class, man. So you know, it's the bigger boys he's fighting. I'm not hating. Yeah, but I don't want to hate on Bud, man. I know Bud don't like me. I know he doesn't appreciate me, man, but still, at the same time, I can't let that affect me. I know full well he's a very, very good fighter, man. But he does play. He plays games, man. He does. He has the whole package. He's got the package inside the ring. He got the package inside that matchmaking too. Those guys understand boxing very well, bro, and they're playing that game to make that money. And they have the ability to beat everybody. But, dude, they're not taking extra hard fights if they don't have to. That's what Bomac said. Bomac said years ago, why would I jump into a fight, one really, really good fight, if I can get paid for 4 or 5 easy fights? Let's take the 4 or 5 easy fights for the money. And then, you know, we'll be preparing the entire time for the hard fight while we take all these easy fights, which means they are stretching those fights out, man. Bomac advised Frank Martin to not take the Gervonta Davis fight now. Wait. So, no, it wouldn't be surprising me at all if they told Gervonta, like, nah, look, now ain't the time to fight. Now ain't the time to fight Gervonta Shakur. Now is not the time, bro. You fuck up and do that. That dude will knock you the fuck out. He's serious deal, man. He's Tank, man. He's Tank. Not a lot of people are knocking people out in their fourth weight division, man. In their third, he's actually in his third. He's not in his fourth. He's right now, he's in the third. 140 was the fourth, but he's in his third. But, not everybody. Tank is some freak of nature, dude. That's the problem with Tank, is that he's a freak of nature, man. Them dudes ain't hitting that hard down there. They not hitting that hard down there, man. That dude is natural with it. Did you see his baby punch? Hey, man, did you see his baby punch when he was in the ring? He wasn't even in a ring. He was just in a circle. And he had his hands up, and that little kid running, trying to run some combinations off on him. Clack, clack. He had his hands up. Clack, clack. Man, he dropped his hands. Bah! The man, that little kid's head say, yak, yak. Like, dang, dude. Yeah, he said, made dude walk off. Man, dude. That dude's a freaking nature, bro. That's why they try. If anything, that's why they trying to hold it up now. Let's get these 4-5 fights. Let's get this money. Because, dog, let me tell you something, dog. Look, Tank. Look, Shakur, Tank. Tank's that dude, man. I have a sneak suspicion that Tank's that dude. I have a suspicion that Tank's that dude. I really do. That's a fighting ass little dude, man. I don't even think he be thinking about it. Like, what that man say? What did that man say? Eddie Hearn said it. Eddie Hearn is like, the thing I like about Tank is Tank don't think. Dog, no, bro. I'm trying to tell you, dude, that dude is so damn ingrained in him that shit is just natural. Dude, I'm telling you, that man is seeing things in that ring, man. I be looking at Gervonta like, dude, Gervonta be seeing things in there. You ever listen to him talk about boxing, dude? You can tell he be seeing things in there, man. Alan Sostan said it's Friday. Devin ain't got no job. Shakur ain't got no money. Oscar out here getting high on the cocaine. Hey, thank you. Oh, no. Let me get that back. I'm sorry. No. What is that? Okay, yeah, I'm about to say. No, I'm not about to do that. Yeah, man. Tag never forgave me. Hey, dog, no, never forgave who? I'm just telling you, man, that little dude just seemed like a little freaking nature athlete, bro. That dude, a little freaking nature athlete, man. I'm trying to tell you, dog. You ever met one of them? Like, that's just a little badass dude right there, man. Like, nah, he's just really, really good at this shit, man. I know people love to break down technique and all of that, but dude, that honestly, man, some of those guys, man, they just doing it, man. Like, they know, they'll learn how to teach somebody else to do it. But, man, sometimes, man, some of them people they just seeing things in there, man. And they've already broken you down. Yeah, dude, you may want to make sure you get your money right for sure. Before you get up in there and get your ass laid out. Tank will walk him down. Too sorry. I know, man. I'm not saying that. I don't know for sure. I know that Shakur likes to pull back them punches like this. Dog, hey, don't be here when you should have been here. Don't let him time that. Don't let him time that. No joke. Don't let him be too quick. When Shakur is defending like this, make sure he ain't too quick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he ain't too quick. Because speed, Tank is fast as shit. And it's one shot. It's not even two shots. It's one shot. Bop. Bop. See, Gervonta tends to see the opening, fire when he sees it. He's not firing when he don't see it. If he's firing at what he sees, and he's seeing it. Man, that dude is a good man. I'm telling you, man. Tank has natural fighting instincts, man. I'm telling you, man. Tank is nice, man. Like Floyd. Like Floyd was really, really nice, man. Really, really, really nice, man. With that, with it, man. Really, really, really nice with it, man. Fanon, he's a naturally gifted athlete, and he's a really smart athlete. Ring. Wish otherwise. I agree with you. Yeah, man. Tank has the highest IQ in boxing of all active fighter of all active fighters. What? He has the highest ring IQ of all active fighters. You can make an argument for Canelo. You can make an argument for Terrence Crawford. Torres Bridges said, no shit, Sherlock. That was clever. Ain't nobody beating Tank from 140 down. Tank has natural God-given abilities. Yeah, I'm just saying that's a bad boy. So I can understand you holding off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, get you a couple fights in. I can understand. Lomachenko said, nah, man, I can't really. I'm not doing this shit unless I'm motivated. Lomachenko said, man, I'm not doing this. Hey, dog, I'm not really like 100 miles behind this. And I just saw him, what he just did to that dude. Dog, it don't take much to get caught by that. And he breaks patterns. He reads patterns so well. He's also very good at reading patterns. I think that's what a lot of people consider to be intelligence. Patterns. Which to me, this seems to be very productive, but it is, it gets you 90% of the way there, though. Patterns. Fanon, Donald Curry pulled back like Shakur against Mike McCallum and got hit with a left hook, and it was good night. Yeah, like that's dangerous what it got with him. And it's a southpaw and a southpaw matchup, too. So you don't have so he doesn't have the angles. And I don't know how many times Shakur has fought southpaws recently. So anyway, man, like now on Gervonta's side, Gervonta's admitted that Shakur made him pick up his game. He was like, yeah, man, I really had to start working my game. I had to really start taking care of my business and focusing because, man, I sparred Shakur. Hey, man, he made me know, I got to keep my game sharp, man. That dude can fight. That's what he said. It's his tribal nature. Oh, man, you remember the tribal nature? It's the tribal nature. Man, that dude right there started off with a bang, didn't he, Fahim? He started off with a bang. Loma knew he was going to get hurt and likely knocked out by Tank. Loma knew what was going to happen to him versus Tank. Yeah, I don't think he really wants that, bro. I don't really think Lomachenko wants. I want to see that. That's a dangerous fight for Gervonta. But man, Lomachenko cannot get cocky. Nuke the Duke said, "I'm writing you in when I vote." Thanks, bro. Appreciate the tip, man. Thank you for the $2 in the jar, bro. Man, King, man, God dog, man. He can see. Hey, dog. That dude is the biggest dog. He's terrible, man. Hey, Phoenix the Assassin. Boxing hackers listed accomplishments unrelated to mental toughness as proof of mental toughness. He don't take his Madagascar sloth ass on. What are you talking about? Where is he at so I can block him? Loma will be able to exit out the right side. Won't be able to exit out the right side because he will be on Tank's left uppercut. It's dangerous stuff, man. It's dangerous. Yeah, he's still mad. He wants to be black. You know what it is. You know what he is. He's one of these guys that want to be Negroes. See, secretly jealous of the black, aren't you? You mighty worried, bro. You mighty concerned about what black folk think, man. Mighty concerned, dog. Don't you speak Spanish or something, Vato? Can't you take your ass over there? Huh? There's plenty of good Latino channels to talk great boxing. Okay? Mill City Boxing is a Puerto Rican. If you Puerto Rican, you can go on over there with Mill City. Great guy. If your taste is more, West American, you can go on over there to D-Style Boxing. You can go check out D-Style Boxing, okay? You know what I mean? I don't know. If you from, if you're Ecuadorian or something, you may go check out Southpaw. Plenty of places you can take your raggedy ass where you ain't got to hear black people talk about what the fuck they want to talk about. Now, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Thank you very much. If I don't talk about it, it's because I don't want to talk about it. If I want to talk about it, it's going to be because I want to talk about it. And it ain't going to have jack shit to do with your Rudy Poot ass $2 you just threw at my feet, son. I know you really want me to talk about politics. That's why you said it in the middle of nobody talking about politics. Nobody talked about politics at all. Now, you might want to go tell the people in the chat not to talk about politics. Why don't you do that? Why don't you say, hey, David Williams, don't talk about politics. Kamal, shut your ass up. Don't ask him about politics. Why don't you do all of that shit? Why don't you go ask Phoenix the Assassin not to talk to me about politics? You do some of that with your lazy ass. Go get a job. And let's delete that comment. So nobody else has to read that. Yeah. Yeah, dude is real nice, bro. Real nice. I have a political channel. Yeah, well, I mean, it's yeah. Did you watch the game last night? Hell no, I didn't watch that dumb shit. That boring ass, no good ass. Nah, I don't like football, man. I ain't a big football fan. I don't have the attention span to fuck around and watch football. And I don't really care like that for either one of those teams. I may watch the Bears until the minute they fail to convert a third down. They fail on a third down conversion. And I'm like, man, they about to lose this again. I ain't getting depressed. Man, them Bears they used to ruin my day, man. Step away for a minute and all hell, bro. What you talking about? Yeah, go Bears. That's what I'm on. I'm on Go Bears. Here's this link, though. Kansas City will three-peat. Will they? I hope they do. That'd be dope. That'd be great for Kansas City. That would be great for Kansas City. I know there's people out there would love that. I've got good friends that are huge Chief fans, lifetime Chief fans. So I support the Chief. I would love the Chief to win another Super Bowl for them because I like them. Now, you New Orleans people, I know some people that really love the Saints. I would prefer y'all to lose because y'all are obnoxious. Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Man, I swear to God, I was like, man, can anybody please beat these Saints? Please beat them Saints. Please beat them Saints. Raggedy ass dude didn't pay me off that bet. I knew something's wrong with your ass when you didn't pay me my money on that bet. Anyway, Saints, who that say they gonna beat them? Man, please, anybody, please beat these dudes. Man, them fam, I'm telling you, they're rabid. Them New Orleans people about them damn Saints when they were winning Super Bowls with what his damn name was? Rabid. Leave the Saints alone. Hell no, with y'all rabid fan asses. I can't stand the Saints. I hope first of all, you got alpha colors on. First of all, you're rocking black and gold. That's offensive to me just off the cuff. I ain't wearing no damn black and gold. Shit ain't happening with me. Yeah, with Drew Brees. Oh, my God. The cockiest people ever with Drew Brees. Oh, Cincinnati stole that. Yeah, oh, did they steal it? Oh, yeah, you know that was them. Man, who that? Who that say that's black folk in Louisiana was doing that shit? That was kind of like, whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Who that say they going to beat them Saints? Whoop, there it is. That's where that shit comes from. That's where that comes from. The chants. An HBCU chants. Dog, because you know they used to chant. They chant like a champ. Boxing hacker. Oh, hold on. What's this? Kamal Oz says San Francisco 49ers gold rush, 49ers faithful. I hope y'all lose all the time. Man, I've been hating them damn San Francisco 49ers since Joe Montana. And Dwight Clark. Boxing hacker says Phoenix saying Shakur isn't mentally tough, is just hating. Yeah, he is a hater. Shakur, what accomplish what Shakur has in sports takes a lot of sacrifice and mental toughness. Yeah, but he's talking relatively, okay? It's a relative thing. We know. That's kind of like saying, Isaiah Thomas is a small guard. Like Isaiah Thomas is a little man. He's not a little man. He's quite fucking big. In real life, Isaiah Thomas is quite big. So, no, normal people, Isaiah Thomas is actually a large man. But if you compare him to NBA basketball players, he's tiny, very tiny compared to them mammoths. God, dog, them dudes is big, man. God, dog, Shaq is big. I think Shaq is maybe the second time I've saw a human being that I was like, I wasn't even tripping that it was him. I was just tripping on, God, dog, how big are you? How do you play basketball against that dude? It's just nothing. And then he went in the league and nobody could do anything with him. When I saw him, I was like, man, can't nobody guard that. When he was young, like 18 years old, like 18-year-old Shaq, I was like, because he couldn't have been any older than maybe 19 when I met him. 18, 19. Something like that. Before he came to the league. What did he play? 3 years or 2? It was after his first year. Jesus Christ, he's big. Zeke gave yeah, he did. Zeke is from Chicago, man. Zeke gave everybody fits for years. Everybody. Yeah, man, I saw him and I was like, I tried to think, how could you play against him? You can't. He's just too damn big. And he doesn't look like other tall people at 18 years old. Like, I've seen 6'11", 7 feet guys. And him, that's not the same. This dude is like a normal human being that's that big. These guys look tall and gangly and all of that. This dude looks proportioned. Shaq looked proportioned. He looked like a normal human being that was just expanded vastly. Slightly different than like a tall, gangly dude that doesn't quite look like he can walk right with his knees bent in and all of that. Yeah, dude is huge. He said Jermaine O'Neal is big as shit and Shaq dwarfs him. Yeah, Tim Duncan is big as hell and Shaq dwarfs him. But then again, Shaq is big as hell and Yao Ming dwarfs him. But Yao Ming still couldn't guard him. He's too big. Even for guys bigger than him, he's too big. Because he's strong. and athletic. Definitely much more impressive physical specimen than LeBron James. Much definitely. Now, honestly, I gotta say I've never seen LeBron James. I've never seen LeBron James in person, but I have seen Magic Johnson in person. Roughly the same size guy. LeBron may be a little bit more muscular. Actually, he's not as muscular when I saw him, but that dude dwarfs. Yeah, dog. Like he's just physically just a different level of human being. You feel like, oh God, that's a terrible feeling, bro. I gotta admit you, for my ego, that's a terrible feeling. He makes you feel like a man. You feel like a man until Shaq stands there. Yeah, then you feel like a kid. Like, conspicuously little. Like, fuck is wrong with me? Like, yeah. And he's much bigger, much more physically. Has to be more physically impressive. At 8, I'm talking about a young one at 18. Man, that dude looked he didn't look as big. Like yeah. Tim Duncan is gigantic in person. He is. And he's really kind of aloof. But I made sure not to say anything to him because he looked so aloof. But just yeah. Really huge guy. Huge is more this. Yeah, has our design. Yeah, he's not big. He's huge. They're like the Great Danes of humans. They're like the they're like the Great Danes of humans. They're just, the difference in size is so huge. He used to take classes at Southern. I ran up on him in math building and his feet took up a 2x2 step. Yeah, it's huge, bro. If you 5 feet tall, you'd be staring at Shaqs all along. Yeah, that's what it made me feel like I was 5'5". Like, if that's what it's like to walk around, no wonder they got added. Them little dudes be having attitudes. LeBron and Zion seem like they are kind of same physical specimen. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of, man, dude, I don't pay a lot of attention to Zion because I don't watch a lot of basketball, but man, that dude in high school was the biggest physical freak that's the most explosive human being I think I've ever seen. Zion Williams reminds me of Charles Barkley, actually. But Charles Barkley with an insane amount of athleticism. Yeah, Wes Unseld was a beast too. Big as shit. Strong. Yeah, like Zion Williams to me is like more of a Charles Barkley with shorter arms. He doesn't have the arm, like the length of the arms that like he doesn't have the wingspan of Charles Barkley, but yeah, he reminds me of Charles Barkley, but his explosiveness is unreal. Like, what the hell? This is the God, dog. That's explosiveness. He said, we had a guy that was big like Shaq. We called him Big Human. At a certain point, what else is there? I mean, yeah, Zion is, yeah. Yeah, Blake Griffin was like that too. Yeah, Blake Griffin was super explosive like that. Yeah, Michael Jordan was super explosive like that. Michael Jordan was more explosive than Kobe Bryant. For me, that's the main difference between Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Is that Michael Jordan was more explosive, but better athlete. But man, those are incredible. Yeah, David Robinson was a great player too. Sean Kemp too. Yeah, there are a lot of guys though, man, but you'd be surprised, man. Like, I don't know. I just think the training, some of these kids though, like some things have gotten. Ja Morant is incredibly springy. Jordan's bananas, man. Jordan just do stuff on the way down too. He also can do a lot of stuff as he descends. Yeah, Iverson was explosive. Yeah, Shaq was explosive. There's a lot of Shaq was big and explosive. Yeah, Kevin Garnett was just, man, that's probably my favorite player ever is Kevin Garnett. Yeah. But don't you think Westbrook was just Westbrook was more explosive than Kobe. Yeah, Russell Westbrook was more explosive than Kobe. Yeah. Russell Westbrook is like explosive like Michael Jordan is explosive. Actually, he may be a little bit faster than Michael Jordan, but he's somewhere around the same speed as Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan just ran a little bit more controlled, but a lot of the things about Jordan that's not appreciated is how fast he was. Yeah, Derrick Rose is. That's who he reminds me of. That's who Gervonta reminds me of. A little Derrick Rose. A little Derrick Rose. He looks normal, but he's not. Man, they said I heard that he was dunking on people in 6th and 7th grade. 6th and 7th grade. 6th and 7th grade. Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is running around dunking on people in 6th and 7th grade. And you know his ass wasn't full grown in 6th, 7th grade, dude. He's only 6'3". He's only 6'3". So he wasn't like he was, and it wasn't like he was 6th, 7th grade. That dude was like 5'8". So he was already up on the rim dunking on people at 5'8", 5'9". Like, because that's how tall you are. You're 6'3" going into freshman year. You're going to be like maybe 5'10". Be like somewhere around 5'10", 5'9", 5'10". And going into high school, this is 6th and 7th grade. Dude, he's in the mid to high 5 foots. Before Howard screwed him up. I don't know what is Howard? Anyway. To be dunking on people in live games at that age, dude, you're a ridiculous athlete, bro. Roke said, that's facts. I played him through 6th grade until my junior year in high school. Dude, it was like that. Yeah, when I heard they were like, he was dunking on people in 6th and 7th grade. 6th and 7th grade. Dude, that's a sickening feeling to have one of them players on the other team, dog. That is just a helpless ass feeling when you have a kid like that. Like, man, we're not beating them. These dudes just jumping all over the place, man, and shooting and all that. Yeah, Dwight Howard is a great athlete, bro. He's big as heck, too. Oh, he was big in grade school, so he grew early? Or he was strong, because he's a really strong dude, man. Man, y'all don't want to talk no boxing today, man. Y'all don't want to talk no boxing. I thought we was going to talk boxing today. Man, what's the schedule, man? When are we going to get some fights, man? Oh, next weekend. Who's the closest thing that I could say that I saw to that? I don't think we had anybody in Chicago like that at the time. I don't think we had anybody out that was really like that at the time. There was more like Iverson was like that. Iverson was like that. Who else was like that? Oh, no, they were like football. Florida had it. What up, 2 Cent? Florida has them like, Florida keeps athletes like that. Texas keeps athletes like that. Like just dumbass athletes. Illinois doesn't, I don't think, because we're really mainly in Chicago and in St. Louis. We don't have We don't have Dallas and Houston and San Antonio, and our state's not big enough to compete really in athletics with Texas or California. Yeah, Ronnie Shields was a little bit behind me, but Ronnie Shields was like that too. Yeah, Ronnie Shields was like that. Ronnie Shields was a little bit behind me though. Trying to think who they were, man. Like Marcus Z said, Illinois produces basketball players, son. What do you mean we don't have much in athletics? Yes, we do. We keep pros. We keep NBA pros. We keep them. They stay coming out of Chicago. Yes, we do. We have pro athletes in every sport. Chicago has tons of athletes. Southern Illinois, not as much. But even then, they'll pop out with some crazy shit. It's just not like Texas. It's just not like Texas because it doesn't have as many people here. I mean, it doesn't have as much. It's not year round. Athletics tend to be better in places where it's year round. Texas is year round athletics. There's no winter There's no real winter. It'll snow up North Texas a little bit, but you know, Dallas doesn't have any real weather, any real winter, or Houston or San Antonio or Austin or El Paso. Who's the fastest sprinter that I've ever seen in person? Johnny, I don't know, man. I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Probably Johnny Drummond. Probably Johnny Drummond. Probably Johnny Drummer. Probably Johnny Drummond. High schooler was a kid named Jim Crampton in high school was probably the fastest kid that I'd seen. In college, it was Johnny Drummond. It's probably the fastest that I've seen, like, while I was competing. There is no doubt whatsoever who's the fastest human, who's the fastest. The fastest, though. The fastest is Usain Bolt. I saw some Olympic triple jumpers that were crazy. Dude, if you want to talk boxing, click the link or ask me a question about boxing, man. Dude, we got athletes for days out of Chicago. I still think the springiest dude that I might have seen is still so deep. Pound for pound, the springiest dude that I think I've ever seen is still my friend. So deep that comes by here, really. I don't really know if I know anybody more springy than him. I know some guys bigger than him that are taller than him and longer than him that could jump further. Or people could. I don't know if I really know anybody that's more springy than him. He's one of the most springy human beings that I've ever seen. Like, really, truly, man. Was not the fastest person in the world, but God, dog, his ass could get up off the ground. Enrique. Oh, I'll tell you who. There's also a girl that we ran track with a couple years behind. She might be one of the best athletes I've ever seen because she just jumped. She was like I think she wound up being like a 22-foot long jumper, and she was like a national level 800-meter runner. But probably the fastest people I've seen have been on foot. Oh, Michael Vick. I'm sorry, Michael Vick. Fastest person I've ever seen is Michael Vick in person. Michael Vick. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. Michael Vick. Michael Vick. Jesus Christ, he's fast. Michael Vick. Michael Vick. When he played for Atlanta, yeah, him. He's the fastest guy I've ever seen. On the track or off the track, Michael Vick's the fastest guy I've ever seen run. I've never seen anybody do something like that. He took an impossible angle, bro. Like, you could see there were guys several yards up from him that were colliding on him. At the rate that they would have hit him, where they were going to meet, he'd have been crushed. But the problem was he outran the angle. They came this way, but he came this way so damn fast that they couldn't close on him. So they ran like this. This shit was crazy. Yeah, because I saw him run. I saw Michael Vick run like a 99-yard touchdown. Like, I don't know, 90 yards. I don't know what it was, but he ran a touchdown from a very long way out. Nah, I don't know anything about hockey, bro. Yeah. Michael Vick was like, yeah. So the answer to that question is Michael Vick. Michael Vick is the fastest guy that I've ever seen in person. In person. I remember when Johnny Drummond ran a 9.92. Yeah, Johnny Drummond on the track. Johnny Drummond on the track. And Michael Vick in athletics. But I think Michael Vick is probably can do what that guy does. Like, it's almost impossible for me to believe that if Michael Vick wasn't getting $100 million playing football and that man wanted to run track, Whoo. Yeah, no, Carl Lewis is I've never seen Carl Lewis run in an actual event. You know what I mean? Like warm-ups and things like that, they don't count because you're not going full speed. But like in an actual meet, I've never been to a track meet where Carl Lewis was running or Usain Bolt. Fanon, you think Cool Boy, Rolly, and Cool Boy get back on track next weekend? Cool Boy, yes. Rolly, I hope so. Is Roy Jones considered to be the best boxing athlete ever? No. I would say the best boxing athlete is probably Muhammad Ali. I would put Roy Jones Roy Jones somewhere around number 2. But I think Muhammad Ali is the best athlete, the best boxing athlete. Him and Sugar Ray Robinson. But Roy Jones, no joke. Terrence Crawford, no joke. Who do you think would win in a race, Tank or Shakur? Tank by a grip. Tank is fucking blazing fast. Tank. I would love to see Tank 60, run to 60. Tank is extremely fast. You've never seen the video? That's the first thing I ever saw of him, was him, how fast he was. That's the very first thing. Before I had seen Gervonta Davis fight in the ring, I saw tape of him working out. So he ran up this hill. He ran faster up the hill than most people could run straight. He ran up an incline and a curve faster than most human beings can fight. He'll outrun you. He'll outrun a relatively fast dude. If he's flat, he'll outrun your ass going up a hill. They must, no, definitely I'm going, in a race, I'm definitely going with Tank. Definitely going with Tank in a race. Yeah, he took off. I saw that. It's like, man, that dude, it's like the hill didn't affect him. It looked like he accelerated up the hill. Running back, Chicago Bears, Sweden. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Truthfully, yes, stood on business, Ali. Yeah, I say Ali's the best athlete that I've seen. Because Ali got faster hands than Roy. Dude, he got faster hands than Roy, and he's a heavyweight. Hell yeah, Sweetness is cold. Yeah, Sweetness is cold. He's just cold generally around. Hey, Enrique, thank you for the support, bro. And he said, will Canelo fight in a knockout? Yes. So, bro, I will read you. Please don't just walk up here trying to insult me, man, and try to get me in a bad mood, bro. I know you want my attention. And I appreciate your support, man. There's no need to do things like that to get my attention. Okay, all you got to do is jump on the channel, click the link, talk boxing. Yeah, seen that phenomenon, that tank. Yeah, that stair sprint was crazy. No, it wasn't a stair. It was an incline, but it wasn't a stair. He may have a sprint up some stairs too. I wouldn't doubt if he could do that too. No, I think he's a terrific athlete. I think he's a terrific athlete, man. Terrific athlete. No, he never called in, bro. He never called in because that's King. What do you mean? Did King call in? Oh, he did call in. No, did he? I think Enrique did call in. No, Enrique did call in. I think he did call in. I think he did call in. Or they tried to pull an okie doke on me, one or the other. I think because they both went up at the same time, like right behind the other. Him and somebody else that I thought was King. But one of them dudes are King for sure. Ain't no way in the world. King can't resist. King can't resist himself, man. He has to talk to me. Oh, that wasn't Enrique? Yeah. Okay. That was somebody else, man. That was somebody else. Phenomenal show. It was somebody else. You know, it was somebody. I know that shit happened with somebody. Somebody. Enrique is definitely King. Yeah, you know what it is. Racist ass. Enrique. Oh, Merc said, King couldn't resist the good looks, OG. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, dog. This weight loss kind of got me looking good, man. Oh, my God, I look so terrible fat. Man, I look back on those videos, dog. I am not going back to fat, dog. I did not look good at all. What up, Kamal?
Hey, Fanon, I was asking you about some basketball players. We're talking about kind of retro basketball, man. Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Those 2 years where Houston went back to back and he dominated Shaq. I remember watching Hakeem like juke Shaq and dunk on him. And all Shaq could do, and this was a young Shaq, was laugh with Hakeem because he couldn't stop him. Those 2 years that Hakeem and I think it was 94, 95. Did they go back to back Houston that year with Sam Cassell? Do you remember Houston Rockets?
I ain't never heard of them bullshit ass people before.
No, I didn't know who your basketball team is, but those 2 years, Hakeem the Dream was just unstoppable, man. He was incredible. And then you had Drazen Petrovic, who got injured in that, or died in that car accident. He would have been an all-time great. You had the Chief, Robert Parrish. I'm surprised you didn't bring up the Chief, Fanon.
Robert Parrish, man. I mean, you know, what would I bring him up for? Why I noticed that Hakeem Olajuwon averaged 18.4 and 9 rebounds against Shaquille.
I'm just telling you, those 2 years where Houston went back to back.
Significantly below his career averages.
Those 2 years, he was unstoppable. That was the year where the NBA had some greats, man. They had the Admiral, David Robinson. How could you forget the Admiral for Fanon?
That damn African could play his ass off too. Jesus. Hey, no joke though. Olajuwon was athletically, dog. He was a monster before that though. That was like late in his career. What he was doing in the 80s to people when he was slapping people, dog, that shit was crazy. Before he won a championship, Hakeem was crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I'm surprised you didn't mention him as one of your best athletes because he was also a great soccer player. He could dribble the soccer ball. I mean, the guy was an incredible athlete.
I forgot because I'm hating on Rick Timms. Because they are Michael Jordan. Yeah, Olajuwon is like that. No joke. Olajuwon was really, really dumb. He was so good and so athletic that they made him forget about Ralph Sampson.
Exactly.
Immediately, like they moved. Akeem was so good, they moved Ralph Sampson to power forward. I was like, what? And he was the number one. I think it was like number one back-to-back number one draft picks went to Houston.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
So they could manufacture some shit over there for Rick Timms and them. We ain't never get no damn back-to-back number ones with no players like that, man. But whatever, we got Mike at number 3. Why
you guys
got number 1?
Thank God you did get number 3, because you would have been like, had you been like the Blazers, you would have taken, what's his name? That guy was a big bust they took ahead of Michael Jordan. Sam Bowie. Yeah. Yeah, that was who they took. And Michael never let them forget it. He used that as motivation, Fanon. And then you had like Drazen Petrovic, who I think would have been a very good player. He was kind of like Salvador Sanchez. So when people talk about like best Mexicans or of all time, Salvador Sanchez was going to be the best. But like with Drazen Petrovic, life just had other plans, because these guys got taken from us long before, they reached their pinnacle. But I want to spin this off of you, Fanon, or get your thoughts on this. I said 6 months ago or a year ago, I said, there's no way Shakur's going to fight Gervonta Tank Davis next. I said, because when he does, one of two things is going to happen. He's going to get knocked the fuck out. Sorry for the French. And all that hype around him is going to be gone. Or he's going to put up a stinker and he's going to try to survive for 12 rounds like Karen Chukadzian. And as the B-side, he's not going to be able to pot shot Tank and win a decision. Tank is going to beat him on activity alone. And then he loses height. So I said that he's going to do this, extend his gravy train, find a new gravy train, whether it be re-signing with Top Rank or whether it be going elsewhere, to try to prolong the Tank payday to get some additional fights in before he inevitably has to fight Tank. And what I know is going to happen is going to happen. So I think in the context of what I said, that going to happen? I said that he was going to prolong the fight rather than agree.
You said, and what I think is going to happen is going to happen.
He's going to lose to Tank. There's no way he's going to beat Tank.
And you're talking about Shakur?
Yeah. Okay. There's no way he's going to beat Tank. It was just a matter of if he fights Tank now, and this is what I predicted to you 6 months ago. I said his gravy train is over because he'll have a loss to Tank. Either it'll be a brutal knockout loss, or he'll be a meme or a GIF going around the internet, and all of the fantasy that he talked about was revealed as such. He's the emperor with no clothes. Or he'll try to pot shot and run his way away and put up a stinker like Karen Chukadzian versus Jerome Boots Ennis, but Tank will cut off the ring and be more active than Boots was in that fight. Right. And so my prediction to you, and I think this is borne fruit, was that there was no way, if given the opportunity, Shakur Stevenson was going to fight Tank next or try to fight it soon, because I said he wanted to extend his gravy train by utilizing Tank's name, fighting kind of no-hopers. And then when the inevitable fight happened, he would basically be a cash out, similar to what Crawford's trying to do with Canelo now. I want to ask you, was my prediction, and I was called a Shakur hater and all this other stuff by corporate media and by these fanboys, was my prediction true? With that, I'm out. Thanks.
No, it was not true. No. With your Shakur Stevenson hate. We don't know that he's going over there not trying to fight him, man. I'm blaming Eddie Hearn, man. I'm rocking with Shakur, man. You are not stealing my Kamal, you've already destroyed my fanhood of Canelo Alvarez. I am holding off any conclusions until we get a little bit further down the street with Shakur. I right now am putting that on Eddie Hearns in them. Eddie Hearns in them. That's what I think. I'm supporting. Hey, dog, I gotta ride with the East Coast man. Ain't nobody calling him Puerto Rican no more. He's firmly black with the black. He's firmly back with the black people. You know what I mean? What up, Phoenix the Assassin?
Yeah, man.
I'm leaving. I know it. Hold on. I'll be back. I know what the fuck about to happen now.
Hey, it's Feel Good Friday.
Man,
so you know
hold on. Oh no, hold on. How's the song go? It's a
It's a
wonderful
wonderful day in this haterhood. A
oh,
wonderful day for some hating.
hey,
You know it's time. You
won't you?
know it's time.
You know it's time
I'ma
for hate.
fry Shakur and his fans today and ruin their day in every way. Oh, you know.
We don't get hold on a second. Merch is done. We don't get frequent flyer up here anymore because Devin is gone. Devin is gone. Don't you
Hey,
know?
boy, never fight again. He'll be back.
They know they're gone, bro. I'm telling you, they're gone. They just stuck or they just stayed around a little while so they didn't look bad leaving like they weren't loyal. So they waited for everybody to leave the room. Like, you know, Rollo left right away. Rollo's like, fuck them. Like, hey, dude,
Hey, he was the first one.
dog, that bell.
Hey, he hopped out his truck and rolled out.
Rang, as soon as that bell rang, Rollo said, fuck him. And he didn't even go to the fight. Rollo didn't even buy the ticket. Rollo didn't get in the box truck. Rollo didn't do none of that. Rollo let it fly right away. But Phoenix, frequent flyer, you know, he's a man of honor. He can't leave right away. He gotta wait a couple months for his ass get.
He waiting for any action about Devin to pop up. You see, he came back after that carnival thing.
Oh, with the last ditch hope. All right, go
Hey,
ahead.
Devin
Go
still got it. All right. Yeah, but you know, looking at a potential fight between Tank and Shakur, like everybody got it in their head that there's only one of two ways the fight can go. Simply because like they look at what some trainers might say and feel like that's what they're aiming for. I know like a lot of them like to latch on to what Coach Kenny said about, oh, he might be done with boxing if the fight go 12 rounds, and then take that to mean that they're looking for a Tank to go ahead and stop Shakur. And maybe some people is thinking like that's the only way Tank can win, but like y'all got to remember, you know, there's multiple ways this fight can go. And here's the thing, like Shakur and Tank ain't too far off in height, you know, and they've sparred with each other before. They're pretty familiar with each other. As far as their styles, Shakur still has a very amateur style because for him, it's like, you know, straightforward, you know, using the jab straight, not really getting on the inside too much. And he hasn't really had an opponent that could force him to fight on the inside. So we haven't had to see him adjust. And during the times where he was pushed back, his adjustment was to minimize engagement as much as possible. So hypothetically, I guess it's not really a hypothetical, it's a possibility. You know, like in the fight, Shakur has more to worry about than Tank does. Shakur has to worry about Tank's athleticism more than Tank has to worry about his. Tank got faster hands. His transition between offense and defense is quicker. He counters in between shots. He uses feints. He sets people up. He recognizes their mistakes. And he can adjust. He can take away tools from people. For Shakur, you know, the Haratunian fight was really telling. Because one thing that people don't notice is that adjustments in boxing aren't only made whenever you're behind or you have something to overcome. For instance, Gervonta being shorter than a majority of his opponents, he has to adjust to their height and reach. But he's able to take away the jab from taller guys and establish his jab against them. You know, when you're the shorter person with a shorter reach and you're landing your jab more than a taller person with a taller reach, that's because you made an adjustment to take theirs away and put them in position to get hit by yours. That's an adjustment. And people always look at adjustments as being in a situation where you have to overcome something like that. And that's not always the case. For Shakur against Haratunian, his adjustment was he needed to be able to cut off the ring and he needed to let his hands go. One of which his grandfather told him to do and he completely ignored. The other was what he said he needed to work on in the ring after the fight, which is that he needs to work on cutting off the ring. And he said that Haratunian was moving too much and wasn't trying to make the fight happen. Same criticisms people had about him after De Los Santos. So Shakur has to worry about those differences between him and Tank. The other thing is, being the shorter person, it's logical for Tank to go to the body. Body shots can break people down. And even if Tank doesn't get a knockout against Shakur, if he gets knocked down, that's still something that hurts Shakur, because even if Shakur wins 2 rounds, a knockdown erases 2 rounds and puts the score right back at even. So that would be something that Shakur has to worry about, the points. So it's not going to be easy to outbox. Like, he would have to be perfect and not get touched by Tank at freaking all. At all. And how many people think that Shakur is going to be able to do that? Because, like I said, with Ryan and Devin's situation, if you're punching with somebody that got faster hands than you, when you're in range to touch them, they're in range to touch you. That's just the way it is. And anytime you're in range to land a punch, if somebody got faster hands than you and they decide they're going to swing at the same time as you, they're going to touch you. And that's the thing. It doesn't matter if you're trying to move backwards right after your punch or anything like that. If you're close enough to touch them, they're close enough to get you too. That's another thing. So anytime Shakur punches, he's going to have that risk. And anytime he feels that, he has to press the attack, he knows that that's something he has to come back and worry about. So he has to worry about getting knocked down. He has to worry about getting touched. He has to worry about whether or not he can be perfect for those 12 rounds, whether or not his stamina is going to hold up, and throwing punches while taking punches, even if the punches are landing on the arms, legs, or whatever, like, that's still going to wear you down. And then having to move more frequently than normal because you got a guy like Tank in front of you who's known as that power puncher and can turn your lights out with one shot. Shakur is going to have to be more active than normal because we know he's not going to just stand there and rely on head movement to avoid Tank's shots. He's going to be moving. He's not going to be standing. Those are all things that are factors. So even though Shakur might look like he got great stamina against guys that's not doing that against him, this is going to be something that's far different for him because he's going to have to move a lot more than normal. It's going to be different. All those things can work against him. And people ain't looking at that. They're looking at either Tank got to get a knockout or Shakur is going to outbox him. But then there's also like this very real scenario that Shakur could end up in a situation where he's down on points and he ain't got no way to come back because he don't got the power to go ahead and do nothing. So that would just be him digging himself into a pit. And that realization is something that could mess with him in the ring, and then he might start fighting in ways that's out of character. You never know. Either that, or he goes into survival mode and decides, okay, well, it's better for me to just not get knocked out than and stink up the fight than to, take any more punishment and look even worse or whatever. Let me just try to see if I can make him look as bad as possible until the fight's done, whether I win or lose. We don't know what Shakur's mindset is going to be when they get in the ring, if they get in the ring, and he's faced with those types of scenarios. We don't know because he hasn't had to do that yet. And when a fighter hasn't had to do that yet, we like I said, we don't know what to expect from him. It could be a situation like Devin, where they just end up getting smacked and that's it, and they become a meme on the internet forever, and people will celebrate 420 forever, laughing at the smoking of Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia's hands. That's what it's gonna be. Or it could be a situation like Andy Ruiz, where he got dropped by Joshua, but then came back and got the knockout win. We don't know. But based on what Shakur has shown, it doesn't seem likely that he's going to try to press the attack or anything at all or dig down deep if we're looking at what he did with his last 2 fights. That's another reason why I'm saying Joe Cordina is a pivotal moment for him. But with that, I'll be out.
All right, man. Get up. Thank you, man.
All right.
Thank you. I'll let you, brother. Peace. Enrique said Tank is a better fighter than clown ass Shakur. Shakur is clown. I don't get that one. Hold on a second. What's all that noise, man? Duke said Shakur is a master boxer and will slap Tank up like Joe Calzaghe. Bah, yeah. Joe Calzaghe, that he will. That's exactly what Joe Calzaghe did, too. Slap people up with his non-punching ass. But nah, Joe Calzaghe, man. Joe Calzaghe is one of them interesting fighters, man. What's up, King? How can I help?
Good. Man.
I can't hear you. Your phone went out.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Hey, good morning, man. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Man, Phoenix be just coming on and just monitoring about Tank, Shakur, and just kind of low-key hating on Shakur. So, what I wanted to say was...
You don't have anything to say, do you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, and you're not saying anything.
I'm having some connection troubles. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to jump right back.
Low key. That man said he was low key hating on him. Wasn't nothing low key about that shit. It was right there for you, dog. I told you, y'all don't even recognize that ain't me either. I want to let you know, dog. Everybody that says that I look like these people, I put this picture up and ain't none of y'all noticed that ain't me. See how good looking I am? Negro, that whole shit was false. You talking about what would, might be. What is that? What are you talking about? Oh, you talking about, look, man, I bet that bag that Tank having is amazing. That bag that Tank have is amazing. That the bag that Tank has is, what are you talking about? I don't get what? He said verified his card right there, low key. No, he verified that he doesn't know what low key means. He's low key hating. No, that was not low key at all. That was, right out there, dog. That's not Grant Hill, dog. That is not Grant Hill, homie. No, that is not Grant Hill. That's me when I was younger. And my eyebrows were brown. And his eyebrows are thin just like mine now, too. No, that's Boris Kojo, bro. I'm just joking. That's Boris, man. That's Boris. That's Boris, dog. That's Boris, man. Me, looking like Boris. Well, give me some credit. Stop trying to have me look like every light-skinned, bald-headed, butt-ugly Negro you've ever met in your life. Okay? Please stop doing that shit to me. I don't appreciate it. Hell yeah, Boris Kojo, that's like that's my better-looking cousin. It's like I would be the ugly twin. I'll take it. I'll be the ugly twin. You ever notice that, man? To be twins, be having you have like a handsome twin and one that looks there. Yeah, you can tell they're twins, but something just wasn't right with the other one. Just kind of turns a little bit. Say you can see man. The only thing resembling is the bald head and skin color. That's it. Other than that, bro, I do not resemble that man. All right. King, what up, man?
Hey, man, sorry. But what I was going to say was...
Baker?
What I was going to say, man, what's going on with Ryan talking about... Bud is I don't want to hear that.
Bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody got to say it. You're overhyped, bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now. You suck, bro. Just stop acting like you're like that. Stop stealing boxing money. You're wasting everybody's money. You're not entertaining, bro. You're boring as... Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking shit. I did, bro. Terrence Crawford really hasn't beat nobody other than Aerospace.
Fanan, I know you was cracking up after watching that. I know you were. Come on. I know you laugh because anybody hating on Bud, you find that a little amusing. But what do you think of that, man? Isn't that shit crazy? And you had some people in your chat that agreed with that. I was kind of shocked that the pound-for-pound king is being doubted yet again after he proved himself against Errol. So what do you have to say about that?
Absolutely nothing. What is there to say about that? You just said what you thought. You didn't ask me a question. You didn't nothing where you want my opinion about anything. You're just saying that you think it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Ain't that crazy?
But yeah,
ain't that funny? Ain't that crazy? Are you trying to ask me if I think it's crazy or if you think if I think it's funny?
I know you don't agree with that because you
Well,
can't.
let's go through it.
You have to be reasonable.
Let's go through it.
Is
I'm going to use the same discipline that I always
Bum,
use.
bro.
Let's go
I'm
through
sorry. Somebody did, bro. Terrence Crawford really hasn't beat nobody other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash. Other than that, who Terrence Crawford?
Terrence Crawford has not beaten anybody other than Errol Spence Jr. that was in a car crash. I guess what he means is who has he fought? You know, the question you like to ask, King. Who has he fought? What has he done? So tell me, who has Terrence Crawford fought that you think is like Errol Spence? Somebody that is on the level of the Errol Spence fight. Who is that?
Who is that? Just look.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I look at his accolades.
I'm asking you who. Look,
he fought.
Not, sir. I didn't ask you his accolades. I asked who he fought.
Okay, no problem.
So who did he fight? So Ryan is saying he didn't fight anybody. You think it's funny? You should be able to tell me who he fought right away and why that's funny.
No problem, bro. He fought Victor Postel, who was the toughest guy at 140. He fought Sean Porter, knocked him out. He fought Jeff Horn after Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao.
Sir, so therefore you're saying that he hasn't fought anybody.
I
said somebody like Errol Spence. I didn't say Victor Postal. Victor Postal does not fit that bill.
But on Errol Spence was one of his easiest fights. You do realize
Sir,
that, right? But
Victor Postal was not a 3-belt holding unified champion who had beaten Sean Porter. Excuse me. He had beaten Sean Porter. He had beaten Danny Garcia. He had beaten Kell Brook. He had beaten Yordanis Ugas. He was listed in the top 5 pound for pound in most people's books. That's not Victor Postal, okay? Victor Postal had a WBC belt. I think that he got off of Lucas Matisse. That's not Errol Spence. Don't pretend like it is. It's not. Okay? Beating Victor Postal is basically equivalent of beating Amanda Stanionis.
But he did what he had to do.
Doesn't matter. He said, who did he beat? Name the name. This is a question that you like to ask a lot. I don't ask that question, who did he fight? You do this.
My connection's about to go out, man. I'll be right back.
Now your connection's about to go out because you can't defend this simple thing, bro. Because I was going to hang you on what you always say. Who does he fight? You think it's ridiculous what Ryan Garcia is doing to Terrence Crawford, though you do the same thing to Gervonta Davis every day. Ask that question. Who did he fight? So we say, let's analyze what he said. Who has Terrence Crawford fought? I usually say that doesn't matter to me because I know how good a fighter he is, and you fight the guy that's in front of you. See, what you try to do, King, is you were in the position of trying to make the argument that I make with you all the time, which is why your phone ran out of battery power all of a sudden. That's why your phone ran out of battery power, because you realize right away, oh shit. He is the one that says it doesn't matter. Stop saying who did you fight. I'm the one always asking who do you fight. So you then literally had to make a comparison between Victor Postal, who had 1 win against Lucas Matisse, with Errol Spence, who beat Kell Brook, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and Yordanis Ugas, to gain 3 belts at 147. And I was loving having that conversation with King. You're a coward. You run more than anybody else I know, man. You run. You just run. Right when you know you lose, you run. So everybody want to know that's why his phone went out. That's why his phone went out of power. That's why that mysterious phone outage happened. Because what Ryan Garcia is doing right here, this conversation is the same conversation you guys have about Gervonta Davis all the time. Listen to this and put Gervonta Davis's name in what he's saying. And you tell me that King and these other dudes don't do this shit every day. Mystery man.
Yo, I just lost a bunch of money. That's why I had to leave, bro.
No, well, hold on, man. You said your phone, you got connection problems, and then you lost a lot of money. So which one is it?
You know, I do a lot of investing in options. So I lost.
So which one is it? You got a connection issue or you lost money? Which one?
At the time, I was having a connection issue, but I also lost a lot of money. So
but you got off because of the connection issue.
I was also watching.
Dude, let me tell you, we're not going to do an appeal to emotion about your stop loss.
Can you help me get it back? For real though, I wanted to ask you, man. I lost a bunch of money.
Yeah, I can help you get it back. How much?
Or something.
How much money did you leave? I can help you get it back. How much did you lose?
$1,200.
You lost $1,200?
Yeah, just today.
You live in Detroit?
Just today, I lost $1,200. Yeah.
You live in? I'm gonna help you. You live in Detroit?
Yeah.
Okay. Put some lipstick on and go get on the corner, bitch.
Bro, what the fuck?
See if somebody wants to give you some. So if somebody wants to buy it, fuck off, boy. Do what you want to do. Sell something. Sell what somebody want to buy. $1,200. It's gonna only take you a couple days. Get on the stroll. Get out on that stroll, ho. $1,200 easy. That's easy work for you. Easy work for you. No, you know what he was? He was insulting me, bro, is what he was doing. He was insulting me. Hey. Wait, hold on. Black Migo. What? I understand it's your show, but when other people talk that way, you should let them. I'm sorry. I don't think I understand Black Migo. When they speak what way, I should let them. Can you clarify that for me? Seriously though, man. King, wild boy, ain't he? Can you help me raise $1,200? Yeah, absolutely I can. Pawn, in a way, is ducking former undisputed champion. Man, I can't pronounce that. Akhmedov. Aram is facilitating that, yes, sir. Can't for now. Don't put King in ID. Hell, I'm putting that ID in there. Profanity? I let people use profanity. Fuck you talking about? I let people use what profanity did I use? Fuck you talking about? I let people cuss. I just don't let them say things like FAG, SPIC, SPEC. I don't let people use racial slurs. I don't let people use like demeaning phrases. But if you want to say shit and damn, what do I care? If you're not talking about something, I care about what you're saying, not the fact that you let a cuss word. MFer, I don't like that one because my mother doesn't like it. Kyle Coolidge, I made money today. Never buy calls in an election year with the recession on the horizon. What do you mean? I made money today, King. Aha! Never buy calls in an election year with a recession and I don't even know what that means, man. He's trying to, hey, Cal Cooley, he's trying to bring me into investment talk because his ass got a Robinhood account. His ass got a Robinhood account. Now you want to talk stocks with me. Bro, that's not something that I have much understanding of, bro. It seems like gambling to me. I'm hesitant on the stock market, bro. Jameson Children said you may have inspired King to start an OnlyFans. Hey man, get your ass out on that stroll, man. Get your ass out on that stroll. Saying the marketing gain, lower grab nuts. What? I don't know what that is. I don't know, man. Like I said, man, I don't know jack squat about investing in stocks, man. That's not my strength. I do not talk about things that I don't have any strength in, and I don't have a strength in that. Only thing that I know is it's safe to put your money in the S&P 500, and if you want to invest, if you start doing that at an early age, more than likely you're going to make a good amount of money over time. It's a long game. So, since I'm 55 and I'm not 20, we got a lot of clowns including you. Especially you. Dude, you dang near the chief. You during the chief rubber nose. You talking about, man? You the one passing out the rubber noses. Thank you for that money, though. Appreciate that support. Oh, Phenomenal Show said the stock market and the real estate has done put me in a beautiful position in life. Good for you, bro. I wasn't up on it like that, dog. I wasn't up on it like that. I can't lie, bro. I was not on it, man, like that. I wasn't. Money's never really motivated me, man. It's always like I just want to have enough I just want to have what I need and have some nice things. Really talking about a lot of money only gets involved when my ego gets involved. But I can't lie, bro. I do appreciate I do appreciate people that have understanding of that and really know how to work it, because it's a skill set that I just have never developed, man. Never too late. No, I'm doing it now, man. Trust you me. I'm working on it, man. Trust you me. But the best investments now at my age is a business to create that's going to generate money. You know what I mean? Like, that's my thing. Martin, you be ego tripping? Nah, what do you mean I be ego tripping? Would I be ego tripping? You be ego tripping? Nah, do I be ego tripping? Yeah, when I'm talking about when I want some money, that's it. Yeah. I be ego tripping when I want the money. That's when I'm ego tripping. Like, fuck you, dude. I know, man. Fuck your car, man. I got some nice shit too. You know what I mean? Like that. You know what I mean? When somebody start bragging about balling, you be like, man. Anyway, it is what it is, dog. Everybody want respect, bro. Everybody want respect. Never had the skills growing up, but I never was taught. But ever since I met my lady in high school, it's been up ever since. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, man. We put my son on to that early. So he's got his stock portfolio and all of that. I need to check. My son has a stock portfolio. He started doing investments. He started investing his money. Man, I think he might have started investing money around the age of 14, 15, something like that. But no, that was not my strength. That's actually a major weakness of mine. Come on, my bad. Ask Quan about Inoue ducking Akhmedov. Okay, I think I did. I got that. Ask Quan about him. He left. King ran for dear life. I will ask him again. What do you think about that ducking of Akhmedov? But anyway, man, this has been a good Friday, man. This has been a nice Friday. Really do appreciate chopping it up with y'all. We will be back. As you know, we do it every day. Come rain, come sleet, come snow. Only thing shutting us down is sickness and the internet. You know what I mean? Sickness and the internet. Other than that, man, we keeping it, kicking it. We keeping it, kicking. We keeping it and kicking it. Yeah, comfortable is great, man. Comfortable is great, bro. Still bullying my little partner? Hell yeah, slap the shit out of him. Shame on that dude, man. Shame on that dude for trying to duck and ask me and try to crack a joke about money. Run your own podcast, knock it out. You're not going to be, hey, look, you thinking about running your own podcast? Click the link. Because if you can't click the link, dude, how you going to have a podcast, homie? I don't believe you. I believe that's you, King, talking shit. Oh, I'm going to, I like this. He doesn't know it's me, or maybe it's me, or maybe it's not. I'm hidden, but I'm not. You're obnoxious, man. Anyway, man, much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you. I don't think there's been any Cash Apps today. That is so rare. But I so much appreciate everybody that does. Let me be very positive about it. Nope, there wasn't. So, but thank y'all so much for everything. And I will see y'all tomorrow. I hope you guys had I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. I really do. You've been telling them to? You've been telling them to do what, David Tassane? You've been telling them to do what? Also, to the person that said I should let other people cuss at me, I shouldn't be able to cuss. It's my house. It's kind of like it's my house. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Yeah, you got to click the link, bro. King, you got to click the link to get your podcast going. This is not a podcast, though, just so you know. I don't think of this as a podcast. This is just us hanging out every day from about 8 a.m. Central Standard Time to somewhere around 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And with that, I'm out. Y'all have a wonderful day. We will see y'all hopefully tomorrow as boxing picks up. Deuces. Oh, I'm sorry. Rick Timms. Deuces. Thank you, Mr. Childress. I appreciate you, man. And thank you for your support this week, Mr. Childress. Arena, Vi Ferrer, shout out to y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Deuces.